Hello, I'm John Cooper and I'm the Utility Director at the City of Pembroke Pines. I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about the things that are going on in our city this weekend. As we're all aware, we've experienced heavy rainfalls from Tropical Storm Eta. In fact, the western reaches of our city have experienced as much as 18 inches of rain, and this is actually a once-in-a-lifetime event. I'd like to show you on the graphic behind me the reporting from the National Weather Service about what's happened. First, here you can see the lower half of the state of Florida, and as we know, the storm came by here over the weekend. The colors represent the different amounts of rain that happened, and the darkest colors, the reds, are the highest rainfall amounts from the storm. Remarkably, our city is right in the epicenter of the highest rainfall amounts produced. In fact, if you look very carefully, you can see a little purple dot there. That's us just west of I-75 that produced as much as 18 or more inches of rain. You can see in the scale over here on this side that the darkest colors are 15 to 20 inches. That's that little dot. That's the Silver Lakes area and other areas west of I-75. The rest of the reddish colors are about 12 to 15 inches. And as we head east in our city, closer to the turnpike and the southwest section, you see it coming down to about 8 to 10 inches. And then as you get closer to the coast, it comes down even more. So Mother Nature has dropped on our city and on Weston and on Western Miramar an inordinate amount of rain. In fact, what we call a 1 in 100 year event. Because of all this, we have serious flooding in our city. In many neighborhoods, especially in the West, we have streets and sidewalks that are completely covered in water. In some cases, actually stranding residents in their home, they're unable to go to work. And in some cases, some of their cars have even gotten wet in the driveway. Now, I'd like to spend a few moments to explain to you a little bit about floodwater management. When the floodwaters come from a storm like this, they're managed on different levels. On the state level, we have the South Florida Water Management District, and that district is responsible for the large canals. In our case, our water goes to the C number 11 canal number 11, which is the one on Griffin Road, the big giant wide one that runs all the way along Griffin Road. And representatives from the South Florida Water Management District, they pump that water out to the ocean or to the Everglades. And we've been in contact with them, and they are assuring us that everything is being done to pump that canal down as fast as possible. On a more local level, all of the lakes in the western reaches of our city are managed by the South Broward Drainage District. Their job is to pump down those lakes and put them in the Griffin Road Canal. So the system all works to drain our city to the ocean or to the Everglades. The city Public Works and Engineering departments are in constant contact with representatives from the South Broward Drainage District, and they assure us that they are pumping as feverishly as possible to bring the water levels down. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to put up a slide with the telephone numbers for the South Florida Water Management District and the South Broward Drainage District, should you like to give them a call. But I assure you that they are doing everything possible to bring the waters down as fast as possible. On the city side, the Public Works Division is going throughout the city, and they are doing everything they can to keep the city streets down as well. But I would like to just say for a moment, there are a couple of things that you can do. The first thing that is needed is patience. And I know that this is a very hard challenge, and it's impacting many people in a negative way. But we are all at the mercy of Mother Nature here. As an engineer, it's my experience and my guess that it would likely be at least 3 days before the waters subside. And if we have more rain, well, it's just going to take even longer. So we're all sort of in this together, and we're all in it for a bit of a haul. We also need to realize that many of the neighborhoods, especially in the West, are private developments. If your neighborhood has a gate, you're a gated community, for instance, your drainage of your streets are the responsibility of your homeowners association. And so one of the things that I'd like to encourage is that all the homeowners association inspect their drains and try their best to be sure that the drains are not clogged. Drains clog quite easily from leaves and debris, and the sooner we get them unclogged, the sooner the water can go away. So that would be possibly a significant help to your neighborhood. While we wait for Mother Nature and the drainage districts to remove the water, our sewer system has been taxed beyond its limit. This happens because the floodwaters are so high that they're actually getting into the sewer system. And when it gets into the sewer system, it makes it very hard for the pumps and the pipes to remove the sewage in a timely way and get it out of your neighborhood to the treatment plant. The sewer pumps and pipes just frankly are not designed for this much water. So basically this, when the streets are flooded, the sewer system is flooded. And it's not something that we can easily control. We are not alone in this problem. All the surrounding cities that had the same amount of rain are experiencing the same problem with their sewer. While the rainfall does vary from place to place, as you saw in the graphic, all of our neighbors are struggling with removing their sewage to their plants also, backing up and fighting this same problem to one extent or another. So having a toilet not flushing it can be scary and it can be inconvenient. And I can tell you as a father of three, I empathize. But the good news is that this is temporary. If you do have a problem with your toilet and it's not flushing properly, please be patient and give it some time. The sewer pumps in your neighborhood will be able to make progress pumping down a little bit at a time, and that progress will vary. You'll also find that some of your neighbors are having less of a problem than you are. So now is a good time to be a good neighbor. The city is dispatching tanker trucks to all the neighborhoods to pump down the sewage treatment tanks in your neighborhood as quickly as we can. But there are a limited number of trucks. The trucks are very hard to get right now because everybody is renting them. So please communicate with us about your neighborhood. Following this presentation, I will put up another slide that has all the numbers and email address for you to contact. And we've created a special call-in number just for this incident because we're having such a high volume of calls. So please be patient with us. There are a lot of people calling. There are, in fact, 160,000 people impacted by this storm in our city alone. So we will have to wait for the floodwaters to subside and the streets and sidewalks to appear again. Please assist us by having your HOH check the clogged drains and be patient with your toilets.